and cartoons and stuff closer
Right.
to Christmas,
Hmm.
they pointed out something that we probably notice but kind of blow off now.
Right.
You see these holiday movies like a month or so before Christmas.
Yeah. Like I said, I can get with it, but you know me, I really don't watch TV like that as much. But if they're
Yeah.
already putting them out like that, of course it's gonna take some of the shine away from the actual Christmas
Right.
month. You know what I mean? Because it's like people are
Mm-hmm.
already looking at the movies and kind of getting the spirit. But when you're stretching it out like that, it kind of takes away from the actual final few days of Christmas because you put it out too early. And
Way too
again,
early.
when you go through October and they're already putting out Christmas, items,
Mm-hmm.
you're killing the whole Christmas vibe like that, in my opinion,
Yeah.
because you're really making it, a monetary thing. It's all about
Mm-hmm.
dollars and trying to get the money in as soon as they can. So,
Yeah. And for me, I think that has killed a lot of well, not killed them, kind of like watered them down with traditions down a lot,
right.
because it's like, you wait all year to get to December 25th, and it's like the buildup is like, all right, it's December 1st. Of course, people, used to start Christmas shopping and really start putting up Christmas stuff after Thanksgiving. But it's like once Christmas started bleeding into commercial society and every commercial thing outside of that and all that other stuff, it was like it's no longer traditional because it was like, yo, and then another thing that I've noticed that takes away from family traditions to me, in my opinion,
Uh-huh.
is it doesn't snow as much as it used to. So, it would snow like half of December it would snow. So it'd be like you making snowman, you coming in getting hot chocolate, and you know it was fun to sing Christmas carols and all that stuff. And all to me, all those traditions really died for me when Christmas started being so commercial.
Yeah, definitely. Um, that just reminded me with the Christmas lights. That was another thing my mother would love for us all to do.
Mm-hmm.
Put up Christmas lights and decorate the Christmas tree. But anyway, yeah, it just again they watered it down so much by bringing it on so early. It's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like you can't even enjoy October, and then Thanksgiving you can't really enjoy it as much because they already putting out goddamn Christmas stuff, and it's like people are already going into that Christmas frame of mind of making sure they get all their trinkets and shopping and all the rest of that stuff done.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, that has really put a negative impact on traditions. But a lot of people chalk it up as time change. You got to catch up with times, and for me, it's like that's the quickest way to erase a lot of traditions. I
Yep.
get you got to change with the times, but some things should be left alone and be timeless. And for those who rock with, believe it, and really celebrate Christmas, I think it's sad for them because you got to look back 10, 15, 20 years to how things used to be and how things are now. And it's like now there's really no sense of family when it comes to a lot of these holidays. It's unless you are from a real tight knit family that really sticks together. So for me, I think a lot of those traditions that I used to have in my family are gone. Um, hell, and quite honestly, it's like we don't have grandparents like we used to, who used to really really push that. And
Yeah.
then we're at a point where um we've I don't know about you, but I don't really have a lot of nieces and nephews around that are, or cousins that are young.
Right.
Um I have one cousin that from my mother's brother, she either is getting ready to have her baby or she just had a baby, but she's hell damn near 30.
Oh
So it's
wow.
like outside of that, there's really no little kids around. Other than my grandchildren who are all the way in Arkansas, but other than that, it's like we don't have a lot of kids around anymore.
No, we don't. Um, just hearing you say that, it really brings it home because my nieces, they're all growing up now. You know, dang near, they're all in their teenage and above range, and all of my little younger cousins, they're all grown up too. So you know, they're
Mm-hmm.
all pretty much either in their last year of middle school or you know in their last year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, my son and my cousin, he has a daughter that's a year older than my son. And I think those are the last two.
Wow.
Those are the last two young members of our family right now.
Wow.
And it's like
Wow.
there's such a big gap now, you know what I'm saying? It used to be
Man.
where generation after generation there's just kids on top of kids. But here in these recent decades, I guess you can say things have really slowed down.
Yeah.
Um, and those traditions, you know, like you're saying with our grandparents, they really pushed those the most. And then our parents pushed it. But as far as our time and our age, it's just not there anymore,
Right.
unfortunately.
Yeah. It's crazy. I mean,
It
when we
is.
sit here and talk about it, it's like we've been going through the motions of Christmas for so long that we see the obvious things, but the other stuff that's around, it's like, oh wow, damn. It's like I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. Times are changing.
they are.
It's hard to say change with the times and not miss those times, even though we're not, you know, Christmas minded like we used to be. It's just, I think it honestly, I think it's just sad that we're losing these traditions and stuff like that.
It is because, you know, like I said, putting up a Christmas tree in my house, it's just not going to happen.
Mm,
And I'm sure my son, you know, he partakes or sees the Christmas tree at school, but
right.
all the Christmas decorations, I just now, honestly, this past Sunday, matter of fact, I put out, you know, the little strobe lights that you put out in front of your house. That one big light. That's it. I put out two of those, and that was it.
Wow.
Like, my wife, she put up a couple of wreaths on our front doors,
Mm-hmm.
and she put up a stocking for our son and some cards, I want to say. But other than that, that's it. Like, I don't know. It's kind of sad because it's like you can't even be excited about Christmas anymore.
You
And
can't.
Christmas used to be, you know, like one of my favorite times of the year. But now it's kind
Yeah.
of like, to me, it's just like any other holiday, really.
Hell, even though half the time you ain't get the shit that you wanted, even when you was a kid. So
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And you know, another thing, when we talk about traditions, I was just thinking, you know, when we talk about lights and stuff, I remember back in the day, back in our days, when you had Christmas lights and one light would blow, you gotta throw the whole thing away. Like the whole thing was trash. Like it was nothing. You cannot save it. And then they came out with the ones that I don't know if the ones came out with the replaceable light bulbs.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the screw in ones. I'm talking about the ones that that you gotta you could pull it out and it came with a few extra light bulbs in it. And you take one out and throw that one back in there. Yeah. And then you had the screw in ones, but I remember them lights, boy. You had one blown, it was a wrap for that whole pack.
And I used to remember when we had to pull out all the Christmas dang lights. And, you know, being younger, we just throw them, you know, put them all away, pack them. And then
just throw them in the thing.
Unravel them and stuff. And my mom, she would get so aggravated with that. She made us literally start taking the little zip ties and zip tie the lights.
Wow.
When we put them up. Which she was right. It did help the next year. But oh, and all the lights. Oh my goodness. We had about at least about a good thing, 20, 30 dang row of the freaking lights. And you had to test them every year. You know, you got to plug them up, see which ones that freaking work. And the ones that didn't work, you threw those out and you went and got some more to replace those. But
yep. Man.
That was a fun time.
Yeah. I used to, and another thing, we used to put lights all around the damn house. I'm not talking about the outside. I'm talking about inside, wrapping around the banister for the stairs, around the windows, around the doors. I'm like, yo, are you serious right now? Oh man. Yeah,
you never had enough lights. The light went on and on.
And then the bulbs that used to hang on the tree, those things used to break so damn easy.
Oh yeah.
I used to hate them things.
Yeah.
Hated them.
You start off with a pack of 6 or 12, and then, you know, a couple of years later, you might have 1 or 2 left out of that pack.
Yeah.
They're just so delicate.
Man. You're right. It was like why are they so thin? It's like, come on, man. Then you get the little other ornaments that you can hang on a tree that you can knock somebody out with.
Yep.
Then the icicles you used to throw around the tree and stuff. And I forgot what the other thing, the thing that you used to wrap around the tree. I forgot what that thing was called.
It's like the line confetti.
Whatever that thing was. I can't remember.
And then you have the confetti that you throw.
All of it. Yeah.
The flashy, I don't know how in the world you even call it.
I think the stuff that you threw in the tree was the icicles. I don't remember exactly what they were called.
It's like they'd be red or gold or green, but it was always like a really high and flashy type thing.
Yeah.
And then the Christmas tree star. You had to have a star on top of the tree.
It's either a star or an angel.
Yep. Sure it is.
Yep. I was just talking to one of my coworkers that I used to do security with today, and she said she put a hat on top of her tree, like a Frosty the Snowman hat.
Okay, that's new.
Because she said when she got to the store, it was like mad late or whatever, so they ain't had no angels or no stars done. So she just bought a tree like Frosty the Snowman, threw it on the tree. I was like, you better hope that. She's like, it's gonna be like Frosty the Snowman. I was like, you better hope that tree don't get up and start walking around. I'm like, that's gonna be some mess.
Okay.
But ladies and gentlemen, Mr. King and I Life podcast. We talking about paying it forward and all I want for Christmas, right? We start off with all I want for Christmas, so definitely stay tuned. We'll be right back at y'all with it, and hey. Know where to find us, www.kinganilife.com. www.kingandilife.com. Whew, got tongue tied there.
We'll be back with you all. Just hang in there.
Yeah, we'll be back.